Hello everyone, Jen Schwer, guest lecturer. Wanted to go a little bit further into detail in regards to internal marketing and putting it into action. There are 5 main points here on the slide, and I wanted to give you a little bit of personal information and perspective that I've experienced. So I'm gonna do that and kind of just go into a little bit of detail into these 5 points. The first is mostly all about people. Have we recruited? Have we chosen? Do we have the right people to reach our goals? It's very important that we're all on the same page, that we have given the people the right tools, resources, and in turn, just have the right people that have the abilities and the expertise to help us towards our goals. At the end of the day, people are what makes the company, and if you don't have them in the right places, it's going to be very difficult to meet your goals. The second is top executives. Sometimes top executives get a little bit of flack for not being on the same page, whether it's amongst a few higher level ones that just don't see eye to eye and they don't have the exact plan in mind and they don't agree on the steps and the procedures that should be taken to get to the end goal or the overall marketing plan. It's very important that they must be all on the same page and that everyone has the same goal in mind. Otherwise, again, it's very difficult to achieve your marketing plan. A personal example I used to have a VP that worked at a former company that we had adopted a lean manufacturing process. And I won't go into a ton of detail about lean manufacturing, but it's a Toyota method. It starts from just in time, making product, and then getting out the door very quickly. You don't sit on inventory, it's just in time. But I had a executive VP at some point in time that was partially on board with it, but not entirely. He agreed with parts and segments of the lean process, but not the whole process. Well, that just didn't work for us. It just wasn't going to work for our strategy, what we were trying to implement. And so therefore he was replaced by someone who was fully on board and able to grasp and take the concepts and make sure that it was something that he wanted to fully implement. And after that, we were able to achieve success. So number 3, employee compensation programs. So this is very important. People want to feel recognized. If you have worked to meet these goals, you have implemented a new plan, a new strategy, people need to be rewarded. People want to make sure that their time and their hard work and their effort is recognized. So if you set a goal, try to always put some sort of spiff around it, some sort of bonus, some sort of goal, and once it's reached, reward them with compensation if possible. Most people like money, let's be realistic, but if not, whether it's a day off, some sort of reward. It's just, since we were little kids, you think about rewarding people, and once they meet their goal, from the littlest thing to the largest thing, at the end of the day, people like to be recognized, people like to be rewarded, and it's something that's very important and a key element to achieving the overall goal. So communication is point number 4. It's very important that communication amongst employees is very well expressed and that people have the opportunity to say and think and feel and voice their feelings as they wish and as they see fit. Now, and also that's important is that a factory level employee can voice an opinion to an upper level executive. Now, that doesn't mean they can be rude or hateful, but they can voice a opinion that they have that is meaningful and gives good insight, because an executive may not know some of the processes and problems and situations that they incur every day and that they just can't see at that level. So no matter what the rank is, that's something that people should definitely take into account. In my company, we do these Kaizens, which is part of the lean manufacturing process. And the very first rule in doing this is there is no rank in the room. So people like that they have the opportunity from the bottom all the way to the top to express their feelings. Now, again, it must be productive. It can't be something that's counterproductive, but people like the ability that they feel that they're being heard and that their information and that their feelings are being heard, explained, and in fact validated. Lastly, the firm structure and policies and processes should match the marketing strategy. You have to have structure. Your policies and your processes have to point towards your goal and your strategy. If they don't all line up and the objectives aren't all consistent to reach the end goal, it's going to be very difficult to meet the goal. So I hope this just kind of gives you a little more insight, a little more detail on internal marketing, and gives you a little more perspective.